Hello guys, and welcome to a tips and tricks video. Now there will be a couple episodes in this series. There will be probably a couple episodes. It's like the best and biggest tips for world like 1 through 10 and world 10 through 20, 20 through 30, and I'll be going through like tips to progress through those worlds faster and everything that's like located on those worlds. I mean, it does show you, but or like shows you what they are, but like I'll tell you what they do and everything like that. But for this episode, it's just gonna be like overall tips that you can do. So the first tip that I always tell people to do, and this can't be done by anybody, but if you are on PC, if you hit Q to auto open, right? You see how there's like an animation at the end that's kind of a long? If you just spam Q, it cuts it really, really fast. So you can open way, way, way faster. And you can auto do this, and all you have to do is just set up a tiny task to just spam Q, and then boom, you open way, way faster. This does work for pay to win and free to play as well, but you can only do it if you're on PC. Now, the next tip is if you go to World 6, there is a passive machine, okay? So if we go all the way to the end at World 6, it's all the way down here. It's a passive machine, okay? I currently have protagonist, but God is really, really good. So, whenever you are in a time trial or anything like that, or someone's carrying you through like worlds or something like that, like let's say you're on like world like 20, like 30, okay? And you're struggling, you want to do damage to every enemy that you can, like get your Cognates, do a whole bunch of damage, like do 5% to like every enemy, and then you want to come to the passive machine and put on Divine or God if you have it, because Divine gives a 1.75 times soul boost and God does 3 times soul boost. So you'll be getting way, way, way more souls from those guys, okay? Um, These are trash. Monster gives a 2 times energy boost. Divine gives a 1.75 times soul boost. And Unique does 3 times energy and 2 times damage, okay? Protagonist does 1.3 times swing speed, so you swing faster and get more energy like that. It does 5 times energy and 4 times damage, I'm pretty sure 4 times. Either 4 times, 3 times damage. God does a whole lot. It does 10 times energy and 10 times damage. It does a 900% crit damage, plus 2 luck, I believe, and 3 times souls. So that is a really, really good, because it doesn't tell you what they do in this, so, you know, I'll tell you. Also, guys, at the start of the game, what you want to do is you want to come over here to the group awards, and you want to claim every code that you can. So any code that's out, which all you have to do is go to the Anime Souls Discord or to my Discord, and I can share the codes with you guys. But you want to do that, and it'll give you a whole lot of skill spins, passive, or not passive rules, or are they? Skill spins, and you can come over here and spin for the best skill in the game. So that is definitely, definitely what you want to do at the start, because this skill right here for update 34 is the best at least, and it will save you so much time because it does so much damage. So that is a really, really big help, guys. Another really, really big help, guys, is defense mode 1. Now it's not the best for gold because you only get like 50 of each item, and it's not of every single one. It's only of like 6 different accessories that don't really sell for much. So if you AFK it for a long, long time, you'll only get like 3k gold. However, it is the best for AFKing to get passive rolls, curse rolls, and spirit tokens. You get a lot over time, and it's also the best way to get pink runes. It definitely helps a lot. As soon as you get to World 8, you cannot do this, so you're going to need to be carried by somebody else for a while, honestly. But I would definitely recommend, because if you are very weak and you sit in the front, and if you at least hit them one time, you get the rewards for it. So it's definitely really, really good. Okay, guys, so the best way to get gold and anime souls is by far Tower. So Tower happens once every 2 hours, and it drops a whole lot of accessories. It drops paper wings, dual discs, I believe those, these. It drops a whole bunch of stuff. And if you get to like a room like 150, you'll be maxed of most stuff. And the max of one accessory is 50, but you'll be maxed most stuff, and you'll get like 8 or 9k. Another really good source of gold, especially for very early game, is global bosses. So global bosses happen once every single hour, and if someone strong joins and you get carried, you'll get probably around like 2 or 3 gold, or 2 or 3 thousand gold, and you also will have a chance to get a really, really good accessory. Another thing is also keys. Bronze keys aren't the best for gold, but silver keys are. Silver keys give like 3,000 gold. They also give cyan runes, which are really good for upgrades. And they'll start you off, especially if you're like new. Like if you're World 1 and someone says they have a silver key, you can get this accessory off the bat, which does really, really good stats, especially for early game. This is probably going to be your best friend for a while. Another really big upgrade is the enchantments. So hybrid does 200% energy and 0.5 souls. Where is it? If you go back over here to the index, it tells you once you get it, 0.1 times souls and send 75% energy to the heroes. So if you're struggling to get souls, I would highly recommend making a soul team of hybrids and soul steal 1, because it adds up over time. Definitely adds up over time. It will give you a lot more souls. Like overall, I probably have like 20, like probably I have like 20 hybrids overall. So they're definitely really, really good, and they help out a lot for souls. So if you're ever struggling towards souls, I would highly recommend making a team of Soul Steel 5 and hybrid, because they don't really take away that much, inventory space, and overall it'll definitely help you with a big boost. Another tip, guys, is if you are spinning for your passive at World 6, and let's say you get like Unique or Protagonist, but you want to spin for God, if you go to World 15, as you can see, there's a passive vault. So if you go to the passive vault, what that allows you to do, it's pretty self-explanatory, but some people, ask me what it does, is you can store your passive. Boom. And then you can just go back and you can start spinning for God. And then you can come back if you don't get it and then take back your passive that you won, so you don't lose it. And there is a passive vault for everything in the game. There's a passive vault for skills, which is in cave over skill vault right there. In World 23, there is a Cognate vault, which you get Cognates in 21. And then World 26, there's a dual card vault, which you get from in here. Okay, so the three main things also, guys, are skills, Cognates, and dual cards. At World 21, there's a Cognate, which is right here, and this is the best one actually, right here. And this one, Cognates give a damage effect, basically, is what it is. So, the Plate Scorpion right now is the best one overall. It does 38 times damage for 38 seconds, I believe. Those are the stats. So if you see me attack over here, this little red bar over here that fills up over time is your Cognate. So once it pops, like once it like appears and it shows it on your back, you'll be doing 38 times damage for 38 seconds if you have the Plate Cognate. And it works with your basic attack and your skill. So it's a really, really, really big thing. And if you go over to 24, there is the dual card, which helps with your energy. The dual card multiplies your energy. The best one is also out right now. It's a Rocket. It gives, I don't really know the stats on Rocket. I think it's like 9 times energy, maybe something like that, which is really, really good. You get dual points and dual card, or dual points and bloods by a whole bunch of different things. Silver keys, tower, trials, defense 2, like everything. So you'll normally not ever be like at a shortage for any of that stuff. Once again, guys, back on World 25, if you guys do a tower, you will be getting stuff called fragments. There's a luck fragment, lightning fragment, soul fragment, it's called a reaper fragment, and a damage attack fragment. and luck fragments. Yeah, I already said luck fragments. Okay. But if you get fragments, you can come over here and you can make artifacts. And what the artifacts do is for the corresponding one, it upgrades that stuff. So to make a artifact, it costs 5 fragments of that specific type, and each upgrade is 5 more. So let's say right now, my luck fragment is level 8, and it gives a +2 luck, and it takes 45 luck fragments to upgrade them. So for like a tower at like 150, like if you get to like 150 plus, you'll normally get around like 2 or 3, sometimes up to like 6 or 7 of a fragment each time. So normally I get like 2 or 3 lightning fragments. I normally get like 4 luck fragments and like 5 or 6 souls and attack fragments. But overall, they do a really, really big increase. The our energy one, I guess I'll just grab it to show you guys, gives me a 2.8 times energy boost, and you can change them every hour. So every single hour you can change your artifacts. So it's really, really good, and that is a really, really big way to increase your energy and your just overall stats. So like whatever you're doing, I don't really use these ones. Sometimes use the damage one. I never really use the soul one. But whenever you're spinning, use the luck one. You know, whenever AFKing energy, definitely use the energy one. And the last thing that I will be going over in this video, there's obviously a lot more tips and tricks, but I will get to that whenever I get there in the world, you know, because there's not many more like actual overall tips. But if you see in my inventory, I have it doesn't tell you what it is, but this is a godly, this is an elite, this is a supreme, and these are shinies, okay? So how you get these is you get 5 of any unit, and then you come over here and you make it a shiny, okay? What the shiny variant does is it just multiplies it by 2. So as you can see, these guys do 2.07, this is 4.14. At World 5, there is a elite machine, so you take 5 of these guys and you turn it into a godly, or a elite, I mean. And if you look at it, it does even more. It does 4 to 8.28, okay? If you go to World 10, you can use 3 elites. 3 elites turn into a supreme. And what a supreme does is it multiplies it by 2 again. So it would be doing 16.56. Okay? And then if you go to World 27 all the way down. I know it's a really big jump for really no reason. It's really weird. But if you take 3 supremes, you can make a godly, which multiplies it again. So that's a really, really big way to increase your energy. If you're free to play, I would recommend making, whenever you start struggling, making a full team of legendary shinies, because it is a lot easier to get shinies or to get legendaries than it is to get mythics on a free to play account. Definitely start trying to get some shiny mythics though, because they would definitely help your account out a lot, especially whenever you're newer. The global bosses, also, I forgot to mention, there are 2 different global bosses. This one, the red one, is the best one. He will drop better accessories for you, which they will give you more gold to sell. Each accessory has its own sell value for gold, and then the better it is, the more gold it will sell for, okay? This guy has a chance to drop a really good accessory. It's special to this global boss, and then the other guy is a green guy. He drops like pretty trash stuff, but he's still like okay to go for. But that definitely helps out a lot. The last thing I will talk about this episode, I lied to you guys completely, is accessories. Accessories are the biggest upgrades in the game. By the way, I just thought of another thing. This is not going to be the last one. I keep telling you guys this. I'm sorry. The next one will be the last one. But this is a really, really good upgrade. So as you can see, this is level 200, right? It gives 66 times energy and damage. Now, how you upgrade accessories is by gold. You can also sell your accessories at World 4. There's a thing. You also upgrade them at the same spot. But you sell your accessories for gold, and then you use that gold to upgrade your accessory that you're using, right? And then the better accessory, the more like stats it'll have up here. So this one is level 447. It gives 210 times energy, 198 times damage. This one is only level 490, but gives 357 times energy, 306 times damage, and it gives these special buffs down here. So it is definitely better. Also, like, look at all the stuff we got from this. Huge. It is definitely better. Better the accessory, I would upgrade it more. I wouldn't recommend like just because you get this, upgrade it to like level 500. I'd upgrade this to like level like 100 maximum, and then save your gold because there's like upgrade stations and stuff that you need your gold for. You need so much gold in this game. But if you're ever struggling really hard, definitely get a good accessory because they give really, really good stats, and upgrade it because I'm doing 357 times my energy right now just because I have this accessory. So definitely that's like one of the biggest things. Upgrade your accessory and upgrade your team if you're ever struggling, guys. Now the last thing I'm going to talk about is I'm doing a series on this. This is by far the biggest upgrade in the game. You're not going to make it past like world like 23 or 24 without significantly grinding super, super hard unless you have this. If you have this, you can fly through world 23, 24 as you can see in my series I'm doing. But it's called Hero Test. To explain to you guys, since a lot of people don't understand how this works, is the best way I can explain it. Every 50,000 XP, you will be getting +1 XP per second, okay? So, at the very start, whenever you sit in this, it is on for 3 minutes. You see how it says ending? You are getting XP this entire time for 3 whole minutes, and then you get no XP for 5 minutes. And then again, once the timer goes off, it starts again for 3 minutes you get XP. Okay? There's no faster way to do it. There used to be a way that you can just like leave a server, go to a different one. Okay, you can do that still, but it takes too long. If you AFK this for 5.5 days without moving, you'll be maxed. Okay? But don't move, like, you have to do that consistently. So like 5.5 days without moving this spot one single time. Okay? So it is a little bit of a grind. But if you sit here and you AFK this for like 12 hours overnight, like for like 2 weeks, you're gonna be there, okay? It takes the longest time to get to 150,000 XP. It takes about 3.5 days, I think, something like that. So once you get to there, your XP will be flying so fast, and it only takes you like another day and a half to get to max. At max, you get 75,000 times energy damage and 30,000 times souls. That's really, really huge. Absolutely massive. If you don't do it, you're just going to be like, it's going to hurt you so much. But as you can see, it ends in 7 seconds, and then it's going to be off for 5 minutes. Okay? Just sit here and wait for that. So, once this timer goes off right here, the 5 minutes, once it goes off, it's going to say ending again for 3 minutes. And during that time, it says ending, you're going to be getting XP. Okay? Once again, 50,000, every 50,000 XP you get, every +1 you get per second. So after you get to 50,000 XP, you're going to be getting 2 XP per second. Now, it is per second, guys. It does not matter how fast you click. You can click a million times a second. It will not change the rate at which you get XP, okay? It is 1 XP per second. Every 50,000 XP, you get +1 more per second. So after you get 50,000 XP, you're going to be getting 2 XP per second, and so forth. So after you get to 100,000, you're going to be getting 3 XP per second. It has nothing to do with how fast you click. You can sit here without clicking, and it'll work just fine. But I will be doing other tips and tricks videos for you guys. There's going to be a video about like world like cave through like 10 or 11 or something like that. There'll be a couple more for like that through like 22, something like that. And it'll be going through what the world has to offer and like tricks to use, if there are any, to fly through that world faster or anything like that. There will also probably be more like tips, overall tips to help you out with those videos, because I couldn't squeeze everything into this at once and I am probably forgetting a lot. But there will be more tips and tricks in those videos, so just stay tuned. If you guys have any other tips that you would like to give me that I missed, let me know in the comments below and I can share it with everybody else to help them out. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this. If it did help you, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.